Professor Loizos Heracleous has over 27 years of experience in executive development. He holds a chair in strategy and organization at Warwick Business School, and he's associate fellow at Green Templeton College, as well as the Business School at Oxford University. He has published over 100 research papers, as well as 10 books in top-tier academia journals. One of his recent books is Jaina's Strategy. It's an honor to have you here today. Thank you so much for accepting.
Thank you.
And sharing with us your expertise with the future leaders of the UAE. Could you tell us more about what is the strategic leadership in the era of disruption?
So the nature of strategic leadership does not change that much. It's about looking outside, seeing what is coming, getting some advance signals, reflecting about your own organization, what it needs to invest in to build competencies to remain successful, and also make the right investments to build those competencies.
So you mentioned that you visited recently Narayana Hospital, and could you tell us more about what elements or key lessons that you can share with the leaders as a takeaway from Narayana's leadership to strategic alignment?
So what I saw at Narayana Hospital was an impressive case of ambidexterity. High levels of quality in terms of metrics for healthcare quality, and at the same time, low prices that enable more individuals to get the treatment they need. So it's extreme levels of efficiency at high levels of quality. But to achieve that, we have leadership that is really committed to the purpose of the mission. And the mission is to bring high-quality healthcare to as many individuals as possible. And so this is an organization that is financially successful and profitable, and at the same time fulfilling a social mission, which is something amazing. And leadership there is very wedded to the purpose. And the purpose is to bring healthcare to as many people as possible.
Could you tell us more about the purpose behind the leadership that was basically implemented, and what was the success behind it?
So the leaders themselves feel a high level of, if you like, responsibility or desire to help society. And it's important to note that Narayana Health is not a charity. It is financially viable. It is successful financially. And they could charge higher prices, but they don't. Instead, they prefer to enlarge the amount of people who benefit from the healthcare services. And so if we are to boil it down to one thing, is to have a bigger purpose than simply making money. But if you do it well and efficiently, financial gains will follow.
Last question, but not least. So I read one of your articles about the agility in NASA. And what were the takeaways for applying agility, or let's say more of strategic agility at NASA?
So the idea of strategic agility, it goes beyond simple agility of a single department, or even to say a company is flexible, therefore it's agile. Strategic agility refers to the ability of an organization to change drastically its business model and strategic alignment to a new alignment that agrees with external change, external environment, and that is successful in that new environment. So in the case of the space industry, we moved from a traditional industry where almost 100% of the industry was governments to a situation now where about 20% of the industry is government and 80% is commercial space. So therefore, an organization like NASA has had to adapt. And so over 60 years, it has adapted 3 different business models that build on each other but are also quite different. And each business model is right for the environment in which the agency has to operate. And so strategic agility from a longer term perspective is, if you like, a way to remain successful and relevant over the years. And as leaders, we always have to be sensitive to what's happening outside and how we need to change to remain competitive.
Do you remind us, when was the agility or strategic agility applied back in NASA?
So we wrote about the case of the NASA pirates or the renegades. These were young engineers who took it upon themselves to create a new mission control in the late 80s. And they were operating with agile behaviors and mindsets, which was novel for NASA at that time. But the Agility Manifesto, or the Bible of Agility, was released in 2001. So the NASA pirates were doing this almost 1.5 decades before the Agile Manifesto, so they were pioneers of agility. So that is one type of agility that helped provide the learning to the agency to shift its business model. So initiatives like these are learning opportunities for any organization. Initiatives that challenge the ongoing perceptions and values and business models in order to shift an organization forward.
Since we're sharing this with the future leaders of the UAE, what is one advice you would like to share with the future leaders of the UAE?
Well, one advice is entrepreneurship, to start new things. And it's great to see that UAE has a robust infrastructure, technology infrastructure, legal infrastructure, security, safety, public services, all works great. That is also a context that can enable entrepreneurs to experiment, to start new things, start the new Google, start the new Amazon, start companies that can grow from a seed to become very influential. But you have to take the first step.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor Loizos, for your time.
Thank you, Sarah.
Looking forward to see you soon.
Thank you.